Oh man. Oh, what is up, everybody on YouTube? How y'all doing? And let's see if anybody pops in here. Nobody yet, but let's see here. Jonathan, what's up, man? You're first. What's up, Daniel? What are you guys doing? Hey, I take it you guys aren't new drivers, so this really doesn't pertain to you guys. This is mostly for the new drivers. Oh, gosh, this lighting sucks in here. Driving. Oh, nice. Hopefully you're headed somewhere warm and nice weather and everything. But mostly what I'm going to talk about is new drivers and pre-planning and just issues. I got a buddy who calls me. I like the guy. He's a good driver. He can drive. California, woohoo! That's nice, man. Um, a thing that every new driver should learn and understand. And tell me if I'm wrong. If you can't pre-plan exactly everything out, try to figure out how to shut down with 2 hours left on your clock. The only thing I hate about California is the speed limit. I mean, I hate 55. I really, really do. Um, hey, John, maybe you guys hang out and go have some good food or something. It's like, uh, but on that, California is not really that bad. A lot of good freight gets moved around there. I mean, you can stay busy on the five. Yeah, the truck restrictions do suck. Um, Honestly, I love like had an old Mac. We used to roll coal out of it out here in the gas field. Man, it was cool. It was nice being able to step on that thing and just seeing plumes of smoke. Man, you just tell when somebody's getting on it. Um, but as new drivers, doing six, shh, I'm not telling on you, Daniel. You're tattling on yourself, brother. Um, New drivers should learn how to shut down with 2 hours left on their clock of their day to save them from being in the red, to save them from getting that chewing. You know what? The hell with it. My language is my language. Your language is your language. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. But if you don't want the ass chewing, shut down during a good amount of time left on your clock. Don't run your clock out. I mean, you're out here, you're trying to make a living. You know, either you're going to succeed at this job or you're not. And the way you're going to end up getting your ass kicked out real quick and in a hurry is by not following the rules. Running your clock out to the red all the time. That's a big no-no. You get yourself in enough violations, a company's going to look at you and say, okay, here's your three options. Fix it on your own, either go back in a trainer's truck, or you can get down the road. Simple as that. I'll take these off. I hate the glare, guys. I'm sorry. But new drivers, you guys need to learn how to plan out your day. During your 30-minute break, I mean, because most of you guys feel like you're rushed. There's nothing to be rushed about in any part of our job. I mean, there's deadlines to meet, yes, but you should still find time to plan out where you're going to shut down for the night, where it's going to put you out from where you're going to be, and manage your clock, your 10-hour break, and getting yourself set up in the right position, the right timing to make an on-time delivery without going over. And then you got to figure out, okay, do I have another pre-plan on me, or am I headed to the shop? Take and utilize your downtime. Your downtime. I mean, you can call it the drivers and explain the situation, but what good is explaining if they're not right there with you? I mean, some of you guys, I don't know how many of you guys actually get phone calls from friends who are new, who say, oh yeah, you know, I'm having this issue or I'm having that issue. But yet, Trucker Daddy, Trucker TV, hold on, what? Give me a second. I gotta finish. Nice. Okay, I'll check that out. I will check that out here in a minute. Drive along. Cool. But I don't know. Any of you guys have any friends that call you, any new drivers or even new recruits that are just getting off of the trainer's truck that seem like they didn't learn much? I don't mind helping, but my problem is I'm working two separate jobs. I'm doing my OTR because I love it, and it's absolutely just one of those things that I'll probably die doing, or DOT will say, nope, you can't do it physically no more, you can't do it. And I'm doing tow truck. Tow truck's fun. It's got its ups and its downs. It's got its headaches with it, same as any other job. Try, as a new driver, you guys need to learn and understand that your clock is there for you to manage. Not your buddies, not your friends, not dispatches. If you can't manage your time, you need to stop, take a break, and think about what you're doing. If you're not going to sit and think about what you're doing, you ain't going to be out here very long. If you can't figure out what's going wrong with each and every time that you're driving and you're going in the red, you might need to go to a terminal and go hop on a trainer's truck again and go relearn and pay attention. If you don't pay attention, you ain't going to learn nothing. True drivers are learning something new every day. See, you're on recaps right now. You know what you're getting back at midnight. You know what you're able to do. How long you been driving there, Daniel? Let's see here. Let's see how long you've been driving there, sir. I wish I can keep the darn thing up during... Let's see here. 11 years. 11 years. So you know exactly how to manage your time, manage your recap hours. How many times you go in violation? Not many times, I imagine. I mean, even with the ELDs, I imagine you know how to work that clock to your best advantage and put yourself in the best position to make an on-time delivery. You pick a good spot to shut down, I imagine. Hardly ever. Yep. Hardly ever. I mean, 11 years, that's a heck of a number, man. You got a lot of years on me on that. So, these new drivers, I don't get it. You guys need to sit back and think about what you're doing. That's cool. That's great if you can run your whole day. That's cool. Whatever. Thing is can you be persistent enough on your time? Can you work your clock? Got an 11-year-old driver over here. 11 years under his belt. And the guy hardly ever goes into violation. Because you know what? He knows better. Anybody who's been in violation enough and caught by DOT definitely knows what kind of hit it can do to your pocketbook. Your company's not going to take responsibility for you going into violation. You have to own up to it. You're an adult. You're the driver. You're the one in charge of that truck. You're in charge of that truck. You're in charge of that trailer. You've been driving for 4 years there, Jonathan. Right on, man. I'm a year shy of you. But even you more than likely know better to not put yourself in a situation during good weather, bad weather, good areas, bad areas. I have some of the most crappiest luck out on the East Coast. Plan ahead enough to make sure that I'm shutting down in a good area. I always pick 3 different spots to shut down. My first one's full. Yeah, it's not looking so good down the road. See, that makes you a real trucker right there, buddy. Oh, man. You still consider yourself a rookie driver. Still got lots to learn. That right there, that shows me what kind of person you are. If you're willing to still sit there after 11 years and say, I still want to learn something new about this, I want to figure something out, that doesn't make you, at least in my eyes, you're not a rookie driver. You're a trucker. You are a true through and through trucker. If you're out here just to say, oh, I could go 48 states and I can drive this long on this amount of sleep, but yet I can't manage my logs, what good are you doing yourself? What good are you doing your family? When you get stopped and you have to pay that big old fee, what good did you do anybody in your family? Not a bit of good. You guys got to stop and think and listen to these older drivers. I mean, hell, Jonathan and Daniel probably tell you if you know them. They'll probably say, hey, this is how you do it. This is how you keep yourself in the clear. This is how you pre-plan. That and all the technology we have, guys, cell phones, personal GPSs. Most of the trucks come with GPSs. Use them. Use all three. I mean, there's no reason to say, oh, I had the radio up and I didn't hear the GPS and I missed my exit, so I just continued down the road not paying attention. That's because your thumb was up your, you know what. Guys, pay attention, man. That's not even an excuse in my book. I had the radio up. I was listening to music. I get it. Been there, done that. But those are all rookie mistakes. Nice. Nice. That's a heck of a driver right there, man. Those are people to learn from. For sure. Your grandfather is definitely one to learn from there, buddy. But one thing is as a new driver, and if you really, really want to learn something about this path that you chose, don't act like you know it all. Don't sit there and be like, yeah, I heard it all. Because you know what? That right there shows that it's going in one ear and out the other. Bad attitude will get you out the door of a big company real quick. I've seen it happen. I've watched a driver who had the worst of attitudes. Like, I saw this person, and after 5 minutes of being around the person, I didn't like them. And it was amazing that they were there for 8 months. But 3 months later, after that, they gave her the boot. They said no more. Nobody in the office wanted to work with her. None of the drivers wanted to deal with her. Turn around, they're getting calls from shippers and receivers saying, well, your driver was extremely rude. You know, that'll get you out the door quick too. Acting like you know it all is all out. Hold on. Yeah, get you killed, yep. You gotta learn something new every day. You got to. I mean, because the moment you think you know it all, take them keys and hang them up and go learn how to fly a plane. Hell, that's the best thing I can tell you. Get the hell off the road. Go somewhere else. Don't even bother trying to be out here with us. Because the moment that you think you know it all and that you can do whatever you damn well please, you're putting me at risk. You're putting guys like Jonathan and Daniel at risk. You're putting everybody else at risk. Yeah, those are the ones that mess up the most. Yep. That is true. That is for sure. That is for sure. Well, I honestly, I don't know if I want to fly a plane, maybe a jet. But yet, I also want to jump out of a perfectly good airplane and go skydiving. Bucket list. That's what that is. That's a bucket list thing for me. But I think a jet be pretty cool. Just so you know. Get you a calculator, which you have on your phone. There's atlases, old paper atlases. Get you a compass if you have to. And let's dumb it down for some of you new drivers. Figure, okay, I can only go this far in an hour, and I have 3 hours left. So let's do across the map and figure our stuff out. We have apps such as Trucker Path, one of the most easiest apps to navigate. Daniel, yeah, I think you're the only one left in here. Jonathan, if you're there, do you guys have Trucker Path? Do you guys use Trucker Path? It's an app on the phone. Nice. Were you servicemen? You had to have been in the service to do that, Daniel. Yes, I do. Nice. Nice. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. But, that app helps out so much. It's nothing like clicking and scrolling around and figuring, okay, that's where I want to be. That's the closest one. Nice. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you for doing what you do and giving me my freedom to be me and do what I do. So, but, man, I know a lot of drivers that are just, wow. Then they look at me, well, how come you get away with a lot? Honestly, I don't get away with a lot because I don't put myself in a situation. Yeah, I kind of got a big mouth when it comes to my dispatch, but that's all in playing mode. I talk to them, I joke around, I can get a little mean, a little nasty, but my dispatch and I were on a very good level of understanding. But the moment you start mouthing off to your dispatch or your terminal manager or whoever, you better watch it. And the moment that you think, oh, well, this guy don't know nothing, and he's trying to tell me how to do my job, dude, I'm telling you, you ain't gonna last long out here. But I'm just, hey, Lily Trucker, Daniel, are you subscribed to Lily Trucker? You need to go subscribe to Lily. She is cool as hell, man. But yeah, Lily, we're talking about new drivers and some of their bonehead things. I got a buddy. I'm gonna explain this story again. I got a buddy who took and got into trucking, and he can drive. I mean, he could definitely put down some miles. He can't pre-plan. Cannot pre-plan. I mean, his logbook is so far in the red, it's ridiculous. Yeah, me too, buddy. Oh, man. But I think every new driver needs to learn how to figure out how far they can go in their time. And it's simple. You take your speed and times that by your amount of hours you got left, and there you go. Miles per hour. And then figure out, okay, well, nearest truck stop's here, furthest one's here. And it's going to be about this time during the day that I'm going to have to shut down. I have to figure out a good spot to shut down. It's either it's going to put you out for a full day's drive or a short day's drive. It's all up on how you manage your clock. Recaps, I don't get much into it anymore because I'm not out there long enough to run recaps. Let's see here. Everybody does, but it's one of those things in our job that we just kind of have to deal with, Lily. I mean, no matter what. I don't know what your furthest runs are, and I know you run a lot of the East Coast, I do believe. Honestly, when I hit the East Coast, once I'm like right at, I don't know, 6 hours down the road, I intend to start planning out where I'm parking for the night because I always end up getting screwed out there. I always end up trying to fight for a parking spot, and it's never any good for me. I do very well on the I-5 when I can get out there. and bad weather. Bad weather you always got to account for. But new drivers, if they're not pre-planning and they're screwing up, they're not going to be here much longer. And I don't know. My buddy called me and it just blows my mind. 2 weeks, 2 weeks being on his own, two, and he's called me probably more times than he's called his trainer. Yeah, that's kind of scary. Oh, you run the local? Nice. You don't trip plan. What? You trip plan as you go. Well, that's great. I mean, half of the time, if I got two loads back to back, I intend to plan out, okay, this is where I'm going, this is how far I can get that day, as long as I get loaded fast and I get out the door. If I'm getting somewhere and I'm dropping and then I get that call, hey, you got another load over here. Come pick it up as soon as you get unloaded. Okay, fine, not a problem. I start planning out my trip as I'm getting loaded if it's a live load. As soon as I hook that trailer and I start sending in my loaded call and all my information to my company, I already start planning out where I'm going to shut down, figure out where I'm going to get fuel. And I have a bad habit. I will admit I do skip a lot of fuel stops because I calculate what the truck can actually do. And it's only bit me in the butt about twice out of the 3.5 years. So, not too bad. And I've never sat on the side of the highway waiting on fuel. So, I've done good there. But I have filled up some pretty empty fuel tanks. I do. Yeah, you trip plan everything. You got to. Absolutely got to. I mean, if you don't plan it out, you're gonna put yourself in a pickle, and a pretty big one. Um, this buddy of mine, I'll give you the whole story right now, and then yeah, that's probably gonna be the end of that story. One day he made a delivery and then decided to go to the nearest Love's 6 miles away. Well, he hung the wrong turn out the driveway and went 30 minutes down the road in the opposite direction of the truck stop and ran out of time. What's going on? Yep, been there. I've had that happen. Lily and her Dunkin' Donuts. No go-go juice. No go. Yep. But my buddy drove 30 minutes down the road in the opposite direction of the truck stop, down a one-lane highway through ski country. No place really to spin a 53-foot tractor trailer around. And he called me and goes, dude, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I can't help you. I don't know where you're at. I don't know what's going on. I can't track you on the phone. I'm a little occupied. Call dispatch. Let dispatch know. Right, but even when you're planning on leaving a receiver or a shipper and shut down for the day, you have these phones, you have apps, you have GPSs on the truck. Use them. Use them. Use them to the best ability you can. Instead of saying, oh, I'm going to turn up my music, and, oh yeah, it looks like it should be this way, so I'm going to take that turn. He was 2 hours in the red. 2 hours in the red, past his 14, no less. It's like, dude, that's not good. I mean, you're a new driver. I'll give you the new driver, bonehead move. But when you're starting to do it almost every other day, you ain't gonna be here much longer, man. And then don't put it off on dispatch. My advice to him was to hit the yard. He's gonna make his delivery tomorrow. He's under a different load. He's got 60 miles till delivery, and about another 80 miles on top of that to the yard. I told him, you know what? I know you're about ready to start running recaps. What you need to do is you need to go take a breather. You need to make your delivery, go to the yard, go get your truck worked on, and take a 34. Get yourself right before you can get it right. Think about what you're doing. Think about why you're out here. What brought you the trucking? Try to figure out where you're going wrong and do the best you can to fix it. Because if you're not going to try, you're not going to last. When I do things, yeah, it's my fault. Yep. Yeah, you don't blame anybody else. You cannot. You're responsible for that truck. You're responsible for that trailer. You're responsible to move it. Not saying that every time you'll get it there on time, because there's been places I deliver and they're saying, oh, no, 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 this isn't supposed to be here until tomorrow. Or it was supposed to be here yesterday. That was always a fun one. Go 1,000 miles solo one day. Mm-hmm. You too, Lily. Have a good night, dear. Be safe. Keep the shiny side up, greasy side down. I'm waiting on that video. I want to see Mud Flap. So, thank you, Lily. But you got to keep trying out here and trying to strive and do better. If you don't push yourself to do better, you're not going to last. If you're not going to sit out here and learn from the older drivers, you're not going to last. If you don't start asking the right people the right questions, you're not going to get anywhere. But Daniel, I think you're the last one in here, buddy. So apparently my video wasn't very interesting tonight, or I'm interfering with somebody else's live stream, like Trucker Daddy said. So, but buddy, be safe out there. Be safe out there. Do what you can. I'll probably touch more on this topic when it comes to me. Here, hopefully soon, I can start editing some video. I have a thank you video going out. Oh yeah, that's a good chunk of time in California. 55, even 60. 60 is a little just yeah. Honestly, what I'd like to see out of trucking policy is I like to see them open the trucks up. I mean, if we got a 400 horse motor and we're only running at like 40% of it, man, that's a lot of undercut on a motor, man. I hate it personally. I like to be able to open up and let her rip. For a driver like me, I can run a 13 speed pretty good. I like a 13. I can drive a 13 very, very comfortably. The goofy, single splitters, the highs and lows, the 9s and the 10s, whatever you want to call them. Not my idea of fun. They're great beginner trucks. I'll give them that. They're great beginner trucks. Automatics, that'll be for those who need them. But I don't know. There's some guys I guess we really don't want behind some stick shifts. But I don't know, man. I had to get that off my chest. Let's see here. What kind of truck you drive there, Daniel? Yep, 13s are good on fuel. Peterbilt, you lucky dog. Oh man, I don't know. I haven't touched a Pete in a minute. The wrecker's sitting at the yard, but I haven't touched it lately. I haven't even started it. So I did have a nice little trip today. I went from Trinidad, Colorado, all the way up to Denver, Colorado. Delivered a car dolly from U-Haul up there. Somebody somebody had a boo boo, so I got to pick up the remains and haul it up there and drop it off. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. Yeah. You know, if you can shift, you can shift. If you can't shift, you can't shift. If you're looking at a financial gain on mileage, your MPGs, and you're going to be doing a lot of stop and go, don't go anywhere. But I was about ready to go get some chow, man. I guess I'll hang out just for Daniel, just for you, buddy. Um, oh gosh, now I'm sitting here without a thought in my head. But anyways, we went to Denver, made our delivery up there, dropped that off, and then came all the way back. Uh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some homework on paper logs, and I know we're not supposed to be running paper logs, but for the fact that our our tow trucks don't have them, that's something I'm gonna have to dig into personally and figure out what is acceptable and what's not. But the fact was, I did go over 100 miles from my home office. Therefore, I did have to run some kind of log, and I got that done. Paper log came out pretty good. But, let's see here. Nope. Oh. But, let's see here. Oh, gosh, what are we going to talk about now, Daniel? Besides new drivers and their screw ups. Well, we covered pre plan, bad attitudes. Oh, stress. Stress, stress, stress. If you're a new driver coming into this field, my last load before. Nice. That's pretty good, man. At least compared to what I get. 41. Shy. Shy, man. Do you own your own truck? Is that a personal? Is that yours or is that company's? You're leasing? Right on. That's pretty awesome, man. I've thought about leasing. It's just I got a lot of home life issues that kind of keep me from doing it. Well, right on, man. Hopefully you get something that you like, and the drivers who buy their own trucks and actually make the best living out of this job. Um, they have some of the nicest trucks ever. I mean, they have some of the best looking show trucks ever, and they use them every day. And I mean, I'm like a kid in a candy store when I see them old school 379 Pete's and all that, man, with the flat top and the flat stacks, just going down with all the chrome and chicken lights. Oh, I love it. I hop on the two way and I'm like, hey, nice truck, man. That's real pretty. And a lot of them are all just like, thank you, thanks. I try to keep it clean. Um, I'm a real big fan of the wood grain floors. Oh God, that is so nice. The wood paneling on the floor. Dude, I don't have an iPhone. And I don't know how Little Dog did it for me the other night, but if you can, just try to share it, Facebook or whatever, with your trucking buddies. If you think it's good knowledge, if it's bad knowledge, you'd let me know, right, buddy? Um, as far as new drivers and home life issues and stress, I understand that you're away from your family, your girlfriend, your wife, whatever it may be. I understand it. Been there, done that. A lot of us have. Yes, trucking is not a career path that you choose to better your not so good home relationship with your significant other. I don't think it helps. The time away, I don't think it helps. I think it adds more stress to the relationship, and from what I've seen, is it always ends up ruining a relationship. Whether, oh well, we're getting along better, maybe. I don't think so. Yes, you're going to be missing home. Yes, you're going to want to be home. Oh, it sucks to be out here sometimes. Yes, gonna agree more. But the thing is you, as an adult, chose this job and chose to be out here to make this kind of money. And it's not like we said, oh no, you can do this and do that and go home whenever you want. Dude, you've heard the stories. If you don't believe the stories, look at some of these videos. Look at how long some of these drivers stay out. I've personally stayed out 2 months at a time. Why? Because it made me the best money for home. Was my family taken care of? Oh, yes. Did I miss out on birthdays, holidays, and events? Yes, I did. It was a sacrifice I made. The question is, can you yourself make the same sacrifice? I mean, I'm pretty sure Daniel's got a family. Daniel's still in here. Let's see here. Let's see what Daniel said. Yeah. No, I have not. I'll go, I'll have to go check that out. You have a 10-year-old son. See, and I have a 4-year-old daughter. And this is another reason why I'm working the two jobs. I'm I have a passion for truck driving. I have a passion for OTR. I will not give up my OTR at all. Nope. But yeah, I won't give up my daughter either. I chose a career path and worked with the company that I've worked with the most with my OTR career, that I can drive 1 week in the semi doing OTR and take one complete week off for my home time with my daughter. I get my daughter every other week, and that is the best time ever. I wish I can still do more during the times that I have my daughter, but the fact of her age and everything, I cannot take her out over the road, over the state lines without mama's consent, which right now the company won't even let me do it because of the age. But things like that, you have to make a sacrifice as a driver. The super condo. See, those are cool, man, but I don't know. I like the studio sleepers. I like how those are a little bit. I mean, they're not a condo. They're definitely nowhere near the size of the condos, but the studio sleeper I think's got enough room. Um, that's just me personally. Of course, again, I'm a little guy, so I'm only 5'5" on a good measuring stick. So, but you know, as a driver and as somebody new coming out to this, you're gonna have all these emotions building up in you and want to go home. And a lot of times you're just not gonna be able to. Yeah. Oh, phone's dying, man. Phone's dying. But you know, word to the wise new drivers, flatbed. Yeah, I don't know. I want to get in the flatbed. He just popped in again, man. I'll gonna end up posting this. You can go through it. I'm not even gonna continue on. It's one. It's late for me, and I've been on here jabbering Daniel's ear off for about 45 minutes, 40 minutes right now. So, um, my thing is new drivers just gotta learn. Flatbedders do work. I mean, if you ever look at some of the old school flatbedders, man, some of them guys were skinny and like had some cannons. It's like, oh my god! But those guys would throw straps and tarps, and they were just awesome. My little brother's dad was a flatbedder, man, and he was like Hulk Hogan. You know, when I was a little kid, that's all I remember him looking like. I mean, this guy just had arms on him that were just massive. I got enough. Oh, there you go. Right on, right on. Get a good parking spot somewhere where you can get some good grub, or did you hit a rest area? It's like, I don't mind the rest areas. I really don't. I find them peaceful. Depends on where you're at. But, yeah, just, oh, I like new drivers, but sometimes they could be a pain in the butt. And, you know, I'm happy that they can look up to somebody like me, to everybody else within the company. Loves, there you go. That's actually a good loves right there. That is a really good loves. Yep. Yes, sir. Patience to learn. Oh, yeah. Well, I try to take in certain things when drivers talk to me. I don't take in all of it because some of it, like, you could explain one thing five different ways. Oh, dude, I am tired. I'm just. It's been a rough week. It's been a very rough week. Um, but you can explain one thing to one driver, or try to explain one thing, and have five other drivers tell him, and he's going to get five different opinions on it. I take in what I think is the best and what works for me, and I do try them all. I mean, I may not agree with all of it. I may end up trying something and say, yeah, that absolutely sucked. I'm not doing it. It had the best sound to it, but it sucked. And then turn around and try the one that I was really like, does that really work, man? You got to be kidding me. And it was the easiest thing ever. But it's up to these new drivers to actually sit back and want to learn, want to take in and actually do it. The thing that irritates me is, oh, I'm in the red again. I'm in the red again. You keep getting in the red, man. They're just going to let you go. If you can't manage your clock and be a big boy about your time, the company's going to be like, all right, either you can go hop back on a trainer's truck or we'll give you one more shot. When that shot's up, they're going to be like, all you're going to do is just cause trouble for us and a headache, and they're going to be like, bye. See you later. And then you're kicking rocks down the road looking for the next trucking company. And then one that's hopefully got the time and the patience to teach you, again, something you should already know. If you're an adult, you don't need mama to wake you up. You don't need somebody to say, hey, it's time to get up. Come on. Or it's time to go to bed because you got to be up in a couple hours. You're an adult. You know better. Therefore, manage your time. Find time to pre-plan your day, your trip, everything. You know, when you're eating, plan where you're going to shut down for your 10 hour. I've gone on and on and on about this tonight, and yeah, I am pretty tired. But guys, I appreciate you guys popping in here. I appreciate the thumbs up. Um, like I said, I'm gonna try to get a thank you video out for all the guys I'm subscribed to, and for you guys who are subscribed to me. And I'm gonna try mashing up some music and just do some names and titles and whatnot for you guys. Best thing. Hold on. Best thing to learn is. Yep. But see, the thing is when you start keeping the pedal to the metal and you're not paying attention to your clock and you're burning it out every day, then when you get caught by Mr. Popo and you got to pay that fee, what good did you do your family? I mean, I got no problem hammering down either, man. I mean, I'll hammer down all day long. But my thing is, I definitely try to manage my time because I'm not paying no fee. I'm not taking money out of my back pocket to pay something that I could have easily avoided. My phone's about to die, guys. But I'm out of here. I'm gonna get me some grub, get me a nice hot shower, and go play tow truck driver again tomorrow. Oh. But guys, be safe. You were what at 63? Pinned at 63. Yeah, night, man. Oh, you guys be safe. Keep the shiny side up, the greasy side down. Be good or be good at it. I will take it easy. I don't have to go to work until about 8 o'clock tomorrow. Got a few minor errands to run around tomorrow, but it ain't nothing major. Nothing that I'm stressing. Yeah, you definitely can't be caught speeding at 63. Yeah. You do 70, you're lucky, man. I would love to do 70. But, it is what it is. I mean, whether you got a 70 mile an hour truck or you got a 60 mile an hour truck, you still got to manage that time. And the best part is when a 60 mile an hour truck can do as good as a 70 mile an hour truck operator, that shows somebody who's got heart and not going into violation. Somebody who's got heart and skill. Those are drivers to be like, hey, I see what you can do in a 60 mile an hour truck with your time, and you do really good. I think it's time to bump you up to a better speed and get you going down the road. Make us some true money. Get some of these loads there on time and play catch up for some of these other drivers. But guys, you guys have a good night. Be safe. Stay warm. Stay out of the cold weather. Of course, then again, it's starting to look like springtime down here. I mean, we're starting to get grass. And my hay fever's been killing me. My hay fever's been murdering me. So, but guys, I'm going to get out of my lovely Kelly's Towing shirt and my Kelly Towing hat, and we're going to get to eating. So you guys have a good night. Be safe. And, just keep an eye out for that video. I'll get it out sometime soon. But Daniel, Trucker Daddy, Jonathan, I already know you left, and Lily, thank you guys for all popping in. If you guys could, share the video. We'll holler at you some other time. We'll see you guys later. Have a good night, guys. Bye.